What's up, my beautiful entrepreneurs? When it comes to making body oil, there are so many different carrier oils that you can use that will change the overall feel, texture, look of your body oil. And I wanted to share how we can create an ultra light body oil that will feel feather light on your skin, that's still moisturizing, and a really good alternative for my natural girlies. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the video. Now, a question I get a lot is, what oil can I use for my body oil? Now, when I usually make body oil, I sometimes use sunflower oil and sweet almond oil, avocado oil, but I wanted to try out different carrier oils to see how it would make the body oil feel. And there's so many different alternatives that you can use when it comes to body oil, and there's just so many different benefits that you can get from the carrier oils that you use. Now, when it comes to your carrier oil, this is going to be the highest percent of oil that's going to be in your overall formula. This is an oil that's usually lightweight and easy to add to a thicker oil to add those additional benefits. And so these are usually going to be your primary oils. Now, in this formula, I am using jojoba oil and apricot kernel oil as my main oils within this formula. These are going to be the primary oils. I'm going to have the jojoba oil at 40%. Then I'm going to have apricot kernel oil at 20%. I'm going to also have avocado oil, and that's going to also be at 20%. I'm going to be using vitamin E at 1%, castor oil at 15%, and then I'll also have my fragrance in at 4%. Now, when you look at the overall benefits when it comes to apricot kernel oil and jojoba oil, these are really excellent oils because they're super lightweight. Now, when it comes to apricot kernel oil, I never realized how lightweight of an oil this is. It's super lightweight. Just by using it by itself, it is a very, very light oil. It doesn't have an odor to it, so there's no scent to compete with inside of your oil when it comes to your fragrances. It's still a tad bit moisturizing, but with it being such at a high fast absorption rate, it's going to not be as moisturizing. And when it comes to the jojoba oil, now this one has more of a darker yellow tint to it. It's still a beautiful color. It has a little bit more moisture to it than the apricot kernel oil, so it's not as lightweight. You can still kind of feel that on your skin, but with the combination of the two of these oils in the overall formula, it really creates a super lightweight body oil, and it just feels like literally feather light on your skin. I love the way in combination of each other how it feels. Now, I'm still adding in castor oil, and I'm also adding in avocado, and I'm still adding in the olive oil. Now, olive oil and your castor oil, they're going to be a little bit thicker oils. So even by adding in these two oils into your formula, you're still getting a little bit more thickness and still more of that body oil feel within this formula without having to add too much of it. And then you also have to remember, when you're adding in your vitamin E and your fragrance, that's still adding in additional oils to your body oil, and those are super lightweight as well. Anytime you ever feel essential oil or fragrance oil on your skin, you know that they are super lightweight, so they don't really add too much of a difference to your overall formula. Now, when you are thinking about a super lightweight body oil, you want it to be something that is, again, lightweight and you can barely feel it on your skin, and this is what that will give you. And another formula that I have done on this channel, and I'll have it linked down below as well so that you can be able to check it out, I did add in copal glycerate, and I also added in IPM into that formula, and both of those ingredients really helped with still having that oily feel inside of the formula without having to add in additional oils. But I know a lot of people aren't interested in adding in any other ingredients that may be a derivative of another, because copal triglyceride is going to be a derivative of coconut oil. It's not coconut oil itself, so that's going to be the biggest difference when it comes to that. But you still want to have an oil that's light and not very greasy without having to add in those additional ingredients that may not be naturally derived, then I would say that having a formula like this will be a great alternative. I think this is a really great all natural, all oil, based formula. And I have to think about this in the sense of people who want to create a completely natural ingredient. And this will be completely natural because you are only using cold pressed oils within this formula, and you're still getting that natural feel. And I know a lot of times people will look at really popular brands, and they'll see that it has all of these long list of ingredients of things that you can't pronounce, and you want to come out with a product that is going to be easy to understand, things that people are familiar with, words that they can understand, words that they can pronounce. And if that's the type of target audience you're trying to have, and if that's the brand message that you have, then it's really important to make sure that you are looking at the ingredients that you're using and making sure that your ingredient list is authentic to that natural word that you're trying to promote. Because unless you are into formulating, unless you are into skincare in that aspect, you may not know what capo triglyceride is. You may not know what IPM is. You may not know what isododecane is, and these ingredients that are being added to the formula in order to make it less greasy or to make it lightweight. So you don't have to use those ingredients at all, and you can really be truly authentic in the natural state by using these oils, because apricot kernel oil and jojoba oil are very lightweight. They don't have too strong of a scent. I would say that the jojoba oil does have a scent to it, but it's not so strong that will overtake the overall formula. And I think that it really gives the formula a really nice rich yellow color. And when you're using the castor oil, because the castor oil has a nice little yellow tint to it as well. For an additional tip when it comes to this, I think that when you are trying to have a certain brand message, there are certain corners that you're going to want to take. You're going to want to make sure that you are spending the money to have a natural product, or to not use certain ingredients in your product. And I think that is okay. Apricot kernel oil and jojoba oil, they're not very expensive either way when it comes to your oils. And body oils typically are going to be on the higher spectrum when it comes to your product list because of the ingredients that you are using. And I think a lot of people do understand that. I know that when I have a body oil, I know that it's going to be a little bit more expensive because oils just in general are going to be more expensive to make. Again, you have to think about the ingredients that you're using, because these are cold pressed oils. There's more processing that goes into making these products, so you're gonna have an overall more expensive product. But I think that that's okay because it is a body oil and people will understand that. Now, I really enjoy this formula because I think, again, it's really lightweight. I think this will be great for the summertime because you don't have such stickiness on your skin. It doesn't feel too oily, and it truly is ultra lightweight. I am not lying to you here, and you can even see when I'm using it how quickly it goes into the skin. And I think that's something that you're looking for, especially if you're living in a hot climate like Texas, or if it's going to be in the summertime. This is a really, really great ultra lightweight product, so definitely go ahead and give it a try. But if you are trying to have other body oil recipes to test out, I will have this video linked here where I show you how to create a standard body oil recipe that you can test out to start to get a base for your overall product. And I'll catch you in the next one.